Hello and welcome to the channel. Have you ever been in a negative spiral where things keep mounting up, things keep going wrong, overwhelm, stress all gets piled on top of you? In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 things that we can do as a business dad to stop that. Hello, my name is Lee Eldridge. I'm a human performance coach that works specifically with business dads. Over the last 20 years, I've worked in both professional environments in terms of sport and business, working with elite athletes, senior leaders to support them in their performance. It wasn't until the end of November 2021 that I had my daddy moment, where basically I realized that I was trying to create a business, trying to work and help so many people that I wasn't being the best dad that I could be. This led on to being a business dad. And one of those areas and one of those things that have happened to me multiple times is what I call a negative spiral. This is a situation where something goes wrong, however big or small, and then the next thing, another thing goes wrong and another thing goes wrong. And you just feel like you are spiraling out of control and you don't know what to do. This happens all the time to the business dads I speak to. And there's no wonder. We are trying to juggle so many things. We're trying to build a business which involves marketing, networking, getting clients, delivering clients, getting in money, sending invoices. And also we're trying to be a dad. We're trying to be a great role model. We're trying to spend time with our kids. We're trying to leave them with lasting memories that we are a good person, and hopefully to influence them to go off and be good human beings. Now, what is the negative spiral? Well, as I've just said, it's where things seem to go wrong, okay? And the big challenge that we have is that if you imagine we're doing all those different things, it's quite easy to see where things can go wrong. The analogy I use is, imagine if you are betting on loads of different football matches or loads of different tennis matches, and it's really difficult to get those all right, to line up all those things, because that's the way things happen and things can go wrong. So here are the 3 things that you can do to support you and to stop you in that spiral. Step 1. The most obvious step that we can take, and it's talked about in many different areas and I've spoken about it on many different videos, is self-awareness. You have to become self-aware that you are in this spiral, that you are going on a downhill track. The reason for that is, as soon as we become aware of something, it's easy to make the change. Imagine you are stepping in to a new job, a new role, a new client, and you lack that self-awareness. You lack what is going on in the situation and how you are coming across and the things around you, because you haven't taken the time to assess what's going on inside. As soon as somebody stops you in your tracks and gives you some feedback about that, you become much more self-aware. And as soon as you become self-aware, you can go off and you can start to work on it. And I think the biggest challenge for business dads is that we lack self-awareness. We're not very good about ourselves. We're very good at running businesses, creating avenues for income, to work with people, to support the people that we might employ or we contract. We're very good at being the provider, the protector of our family. We're very good at noticing when our children are struggling or our loved ones are struggling, but we're not very good at taking our time for our self-awareness. So the first step to any downhill negative spiral is to become aware that you are going through that. And we can then start on to step number 2. Step number 2, you might have heard this if you watch any type of sport, and it's basically the idea of momentum. So you can watch a sports person and they look like they're lacking complete confidence, bad shot after bad shot or bad performance. And commentators, pundit, experts, coaches, whatever you want to call them, say they just need a win. They just need to get a little bit of momentum. And I think this is exactly the same as what we need to be doing. So step number 2 is basically do something that you know you are good at. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's talking to people, exercising, whatever it might be, just do it. Stop, have that self-awareness, step away, create some time, and do something that you are really good at. Because that confidence, or that lack of fear, as I prefer to look at it, I don't think that it's all about confidence, because if we take away fear, then we're left with this confidence. I think that is basically we need to do something that we are good at. And that is critical because it stops this negative process. It helps us, it internalizes that we can do something and we are good at things, and we just need to stop and take our time. Step number 3 is don't go and put yourself in really difficult circumstances. I know that everybody will go, no, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to be pushing yourself as hard as you can. Totally agree. But if you are on that spiral and you are going down and you put yourself into really difficult situations, you're not going to perform as well. Your state is not in the best state to perform. And therefore, you're just going to add petrol to that fire, and it's just going to whoomp up. It's exactly the same as if you are sick. You don't go out and do really difficult training sessions when you're sick, because you won't perform as well and you won't get as much out of it. So why do we put ourselves in really difficult situations when we're in this spiral? Now, I'm not saying run away. I'm not saying don't go to that meeting. What I'm trying to say to you is really assess the situation and think, what can I get out of this? Because I've seen it time and time before. For example, one of the dads I work with, massively into this spiral, and he then put himself forward for an investing event where he would have to pitch one of his products to a certain person in the room. And because he wasn't on form, because he wasn't feeling it, he didn't perform to his best. And obviously that meant that negative feedback come back, that started to add fuel to the fire from a negative spiral. So try not to put yourself in really, really difficult situations when you're in this form of thinking. So in summary, the 3 steps. 1, create some self-awareness. Come inside our body, feel, think, what is going on? What is going on around you? How are you feeling about it? Really stop, get inside your body. After you've done that, step 2, do something that you are good at, that you know you can do. Get some confidence, get some momentum going. It's massively powerful. And thirdly, don't put yourself dads are trying to do amazing things. We're trying to grow businesses. We're trying to lead people, but we're also trying to raise the best kids that we can. And it is hard, but keep going, keep moving, show up, and that is the best way for you to get through. One of the biggest things that I do is I love to speak to fellow business dads. If you're interested, fill out the performance test. Then I can get in touch with you and I can start to see what's going on and we can share these challenges together. As always, please leave any comments, anything you found, anything that you are struggling with or you want help from fellow business dads. There's loads of business dads that are subscribed to this channel. That's all for me. Have a great day and keep showing up.